So I'm going to speak on two subjects today. One is 1948 Gandhi morning covers and something about four annas. So first we will see the morning covers. This black morning covers, usually people are thinking that this is just a black morning cover, and it is not that. That is not the case. In this one, this is I have categorized as type 1, in which where I am pointing my cursor, you can see Dr. L.P. Advani in the silver ink, and also M.K. Gandhi and the homage to Mahatma Gandhi message, everything in silver ink. This is type 1. In type 2, you will not see the Dr. Mrs. L.P. Advani here. Okay. And then there is a type 3, where you don't see the silver ink sign of M.K. Gandhi, not L.P. Advani, and not even the message of the homage to Mahatma Gandhi. So there are total 3 types, and this is the reverse of type 3. And I call it as a big morning cover. In this one, you will see this is the first day usage, and the 10 rupee is not philatelically used, but it is commercially used, because this SAT was not enough to meet the requirement of the postage of registration and airmail. So they have affixed another block of 6 of 12 annas on the back side of the cover. Here you will see all the 3 covers. This type 1 on the left, type 2, and the bottom type 3. So the type 3, usually you may think that this black is pasted on this black envelope, on this brown envelope, but this black thing is actually printed on this brown envelope. And this big morning cover is also sent by Miss Advani, Dr. L.P. Advani. So what I fetched the data from various senior and old-time stamp dealers that this type 1 and type 2 sort of morning covers was posted to this Aleda Stamp Company in New York, putting in this big morning cover. And for that reason, Dr. Advani prepared this big morning cover. And here is a little description of the type 1, type 2, and type 3. I will wait for a few seconds so you can have a look here. Otherwise, you can go through the recording, which I'm sure Paul is doing now. And then I'm going straight away to the next subject for the four annas. Devkinandan Jatia wrote a very nice book on third printing of four annas. And when referring his book, we see all these tables. And these tables, usually those who are not that much familiar, they are finding it very difficult to understand what exactly Mr. Jatia want to say using these tables. So here we are taking one example of this cut to shape 4 annas used in Pondicherry with Cooper type 6 C111 cancellation. And I have categorized, identified from Jatia's book as group 3 and position 4 confirm flaws. Now what is group 3? So this is group 3. We are going in a bit more detail. Now you will see here on the right side, I have taken the page number 36 of Mr. Jatia's book, and I have highlighted with the circle all the group 3 flaws. So there are total 3 group 3 flaws, and which you can clearly see here in this stamp. We are taking this first one, which you can see here with the yellow circle, and then the second one over here, and then this one, the third one on the right bottom side is here. We will study one more pair. This is position 3 and 4 from the seat, stone B, head die 2 and frame die 1. And this is from the group B flaws. Now we will see this flaw. First of all, can you see the horseshoe here? This is coming from the group B flaws, and rest of the flaws are exactly as Mr. Jatia has identified in his book. So this is something about the third printing. And then I would like to say something about the other printings and the fifth printing. So we have total first, second, third, fourth, and fifth, total 5 printings. In the first, second, third, and fourth printing, there was a misalignment of the head. It was not aligned very well. This one, you can see it is shifted up, the bottom one is shifted down, the right one is shifted right, and the bottom one is again shifted left. So there was not a proper alignment of the head within the frame. Last but not least, in the fifth printing, they realized that this problem is happening, it's occurring, and they tried to fix it up, introducing a guide mark, a very little red dot here. I call it as alignment mark, and this introduced in fifth printing. And in the fifth printing, you will not find the head misalignment, and that is the reason. Here you can see the red dot. I have highlighted an enlarged image of the stamp. So this is the pair in which you can see the tiny little red dot here and here, and which is exactly in the center of the nose of the queen.
Well, thank you very much, Marken. Any questions from the group?
Marken, this is Dan Walker. On your Gandhi covers, the
Yes.
Type 2 did not have a 10 rupee stamp. Was that just because he didn't need it for the postage?
Oh yeah, both of the Type 1 and Type 2 covers prepared actually for the philatelic purpose, right?
Okay.
So let me open my PPT again, and I will explain a little bit in connection of your question, because there is something interesting to understand about it. I am now back in my PPT. So then here you can see the 10 rupee stamp, right?
Right, I can. Yep.
And this is the 4-value cover. They have deliberately prepared 2 different designs, one for the 4-value and the second one for the 3-value. So the 3-value design, it doesn't has the 10 rupee stamp. So with the silver ink itself, they have printed R10. Can you see R10?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can see R10. Yes. Yep.
Yeah. So when what I have done is that I have checked this sort of cover with the 10 rupee stamp affixed on it, open it and putting the LED light from the back side, and after the examination I have reached to the conclusion that R10 is not printed on the 4-value morning covers.
Okay.
So that is a little interesting part of it, the 2 different designs. And not only that, as I have already said, that LP Advani is not printed here. This
right.
And here you can see the LP Advani.
I take it the Type 3 is a sort of unique cover, but what is the rarity, what is the difference in availability of the Type 1 and Type 2?
Type 1 and Type 2 are available in galore, but the Type 3, I have seen only 2 so far, three so far, and I have handled 2 of them. And one I gave it to one of my friend, and the second one is still in my possession.
Thank you.
Yeah, hi. This is Jimmy Kapadia. I had a question on Mr. Jatia's book. So when he describes the plating, he has the stone numbers, which he designates by uppercase letters on the top, and then he has confirmed flaws with numbers, and then he has unconfirmed flaws with lowercase letters.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if you can comment on the differences between the different designations. What is a confirmed flaw and what is an unconfirmed flaw versus what is an actual stone?
Okay, Jimmy, very nice question. Confirmed flaws means those flaws which are confirmed by Mr. Jatia after his very lengthy study. And unconfirmed flaws means that was not confirmed by Jatia, and if one carry the study further and can confirm those flaws, and then we will have some of those flaws as well confirmed again.
Okay, thank you. So is there a study being done on that you know of? Because
I don't think so. After Mr. Jatia, nobody has carried a serious study on third printing. And as per the present situation, I think that is the final study.
thanks. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jimmy, maybe you should try to do a study.
I don't have the means or the time to do it, but I'll be happy to contribute my full of third printing stamps to a study and help with it.
Yeah, the other part is that expensive stamp, the number of
Exactly.
stamps which was accumulated by Mr. Jatia. If we are going to accumulate that many of stamps, we will either have to sell our house and entire property.
Well, it's not just the stamps. In order to do this, you need pairs and groups of stamps, right? You just can't go with cut to shape singles. So thank you. Nice presentation.
Thank you.